Hello, Paul here from AMD Automotive at Current Sydney. I've got this Audi A6 that we're working on. This is the actual new style V6 turbo diesel. The intake is a bit different, and they've got a few different covers. On the older one, you gotta take the complete front cover off. On this one, you don't have to. So today we just finished stripping everything down, so we can have a look properly for the parts that we need. So we can tell 100% this part here is leaking. Thermostat housing behind it is leaking. From the oil cooler, from the oil filter, they push on. There's only 3 screws holding it on, so we need to remove this one here, oil cooler. We're getting a new regulating valve. This one here is leaking as well. If you can see, look closely, that's leaking as well. That part there, that's leaking. This part's leaking. I'm getting a new water pump as well. Everything is just old, so I'm gonna do the whole lot just in case this customer can, just in case I think like you do that and then this goes and then everything, this customer will be in the side of the road calling a tow truck, so we don't need that. So we're gonna replace even the coolant, even the rubber hose here. I'm gonna change it because it's too hot next to the turbo. So I'm gonna get new hose, and one of those little cover there. This one, new one of those. That one's leaking as well. I mean that's leaking. That's leaking. And new water pump. I think I might have to ask the customer. Maybe we can get a oil filter housing as well. Get a new one because this one here looks like it's, because everything plastic is deformed, and then when they get old they leak. That's pretty much it. So this part here, the EGR as well. This part here that goes, there's the bridge on top for the EGR coolant to come up. So, oops, this is the actual EGR coolant supply from the bottom. Sorry. It's called, this a bridge. This is the bridge. This part here supplies the coolant for the EGR. So if you look closely here, that's squashed, so that's leaking as well. This part here is squashed as well, the O-ring squashed. So we're getting a new part for that one. So everything we do, get a new one. Let's have a look at the actual intake manifold. Look at all that. This is the intake manifold. Look at this. Look at that. That's really covered in soot. So we need to spend time of cleaning the intake manifold properly as well. All that. Come here, have a look at this part here. This is your throttle body. Look at the inside of that. Covered as well. This is covered as well inside here. All of these pipes are going to be cleaned up properly. Can't really just fit everything back like that. So we're going to come back here. We're going to, anything that we see that needs to be changed while we're here at the moment, might as well do it, otherwise they leak. They start to leak as well. So okay, I'm going to talk to this customer tomorrow. I'm going to order the parts tomorrow so we can get this car fixed up, get it sorted for this customer to pick it up. So even here we're going to clean that as well. It's really hard to clean everything like this, but you just try your best to clean it. So we might have to maybe remove everything out and clean it properly. Maybe remove this part off because they only bolted on by here. Remove it off the car and clean it outside, and then put it back together. So when everything's back together, so I might need to remove this intake here off the actual cylinder head and clean that as well. But it's only a quick rundown of the video to show you guys what I'm doing. So we'll get that sorted out, and then probably we want to replace that as well. The cooler gasket as well. This is basically the same as the actual Porsche Macan and Cayenne V6 diesel and Touareg I'll be working on, but just a bit different on the actual intake. At the end they have the same. This one here is a better design because you don't need to take the front cover off, but still, it's still a lot of work anyway. Anyway, thanks for watching, and please subscribe.